this is a bad lighting setup, and this is a good lighting setup. Would you believe me if I told you that I'm only using 2 different lighting sources for this entire setup? All of this? Literally 2. And that's all you need to make a nice setup. Now, obviously, the more that you use, the better you can make it look, which we'll talk about here. But all you need are 2 really good lights. You need a key light and you need a backlight, and that should help you make a really nice scene like this one. What I see far too often is people thinking they need to have a million different lights like this to have good lighting. And I'm gonna give you a little secret. We're gonna talk about the most basic 2-ish lighting setup that is really all you need to make videos look good. You can use your camera, you can use a cell phone. It doesn't matter what camera you use, it'll still look really good. It's what creators do, and it's what I do. I mean, I make videos, my tutorials, and everything that you've seen with literally 2 lights, and that's maybe surprising, but I mean, it's technically more than 2 lights, but it's 2 types of lights with a key light and a backlight. Now, you could add more if you want to be fancy, but let's just get right into it. So let's start with my desk setup. There's realistically 1 light that I use to light myself. It is this big chungus or little chungus that sits on my desk, and my camera goes right back here when I move that. And from there, I have everything else right there. I mean, that's my light. That's what I use. And this is my key light. This is what lights my face. I mean, it's at a slight 45-ish degree angle. I face it for the most part, but it lights my entire face up. I turn all of the rest of the lights off. I close my blinds here so that it's just a completely dark room. Now, in order to make it look good, because with just that light on, it's going to look really flat on the background. So in the background, I turn on my wall light, which gives a little bit of flare. I turn on my lamp over here, which is also the same warmth color, and that also gives it a little bit of flare. And then these aren't technically bright enough for me, but if you did have bright enough backlights, you don't need what I have here, which is a 3rd light with the same color temperature. It's hard to see on camera, but this is also a warm color temperature, just like these, and I have it facing these lights to make it more warm over here. So what all of these lights back here do is make my entire room look really warm on the background here. So my entire background just looks really warm. And literally all I have is my key light and some backlights, and that is it. And yet my picture looks really good. Now, I do the same thing when I make videos at this desk. I have my key light here, but this also lights up my face, which would be here, and it lights up the table, because oftentimes if I'm at this table, it's because I need to film something on the table. So I can turn this light up. Now you can see here, I have too many lights on. This is a very bright room now, and I just look like trash. It looks terrible. What makes this image work right here very well with the lighting, just the 2 light setup, is having your separation from the background quite long. So the further away you can get from your background, the better it will look on camera. I mean, unless it's extremely far, but assuming you're in a room or a building where it can't be 3 years away, that's what's going to really help you separate yourself from the background to really add to the emphasizing look of your photos. The other thing you can do is add a hair light, which is just a light from back there that points at the back of your head, and that'll just separate you even more from the background. But if you want to stay extremely basic, you can literally just put 1 key light and then put your background further away with some of your background lights, and you'll have a good looking image. You can go the extra mile and add more, but this video is mainly just to show you and help you understand that you really only need a couple of lights to make a nice looking setup, so you don't have to go and spend millions of dollars. This is my Godox light too. This is just a little 60-watt Godox tiny light. It doesn't even have to be the expensive, you know, Aperture 120D that's up there or anything like that. Lights are super cheap now. So hopefully this video helped you a little bit in understanding lighting and how it works. If you want to get a more in-depth look at it, let me know. I'll make a video. I'm trying to make more fun videos for you guys and really do some cool stuff. So I'll see you guys on the next one.